You have an incredible amount of power. Why should we trust you? Sam Altman once paused and then gave a brutally honest answer. You shouldn't. At the time, people laughed. Today, that answer feels unsettling, because OpenAI isn't just another tech company anymore. It's shaping how millions of people work, think, and create every single day. And what almost nobody realizes is how close this company came to tearing itself apart from the inside. This isn't just a story about artificial intelligence. It's a story about ambition, control, and what happens when the people building the future can barely control themselves. Before OpenAI, before power, before influence, Sam Altman was just another struggling founder. He studied computer science at Stanford, but like many tech legends before him, he dropped out. Not because he failed, but because he believed he could build something bigger. His first startup was called Looped. It let people share their location with friends. Today, that sounds normal. Back then, it was too early. The iPhone didn't exist, the App Store didn't exist, and Looped struggled. Sam worked constantly, barely slept, survived on instant noodles and ice cream. His health deteriorated so badly that he developed scurvy, a disease sailors used to get centuries ago. Most people would have quit. Sam didn't. In 2005, he joined a small startup program called Y Combinator. At the time, nobody knew what it would become, but one person noticed Sam immediately. Paul Graham, the founder of Y Combinator, later said something unforgettable. You could parachute Sam onto an island of cannibals, and 5 years later, he'd be their king. It wasn't an insult, it was an observation. Sam Altman had a rare ability. He was extremely good at gaining power. By the age of 30, Sam became president of Y Combinator. That single role placed him at the center of Silicon Valley. Founders, investors, executives, Sam knew all of them. And while Sam was quietly building influence, someone else was growing increasingly afraid. Elon Musk. While Sam Altman was building influence, Elon Musk was growing increasingly worried, not about competition, not about money, about artificial intelligence. Elon believed AI could become the most dangerous technology ever created. And in 2015, there was one company that scared him more than any other: Google. Google controlled most of the world's top AI talent. They had unlimited data, unlimited computing power. And when Elon tried to warn Google CEO Larry Page, he was brushed off. Larry believed super intelligent AI would be a good thing. Elon believed it could end humanity. So Elon made a decision. If Google had too much power, then someone had to counterbalance it. Later that year, 10 powerful people met for dinner. Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, one of the world's top AI researchers. They talked about one question: what happens if AI gets too powerful? Their solution was radical: create an AI company that wouldn't chase profits, wouldn't hide its research, and would build AI safely for everyone. That company was called OpenAI. It launched as a non-profit. The word open actually meant something. They promised transparency, safety, and technology for the good of humanity. At least that was the plan. In reality, OpenAI had no clear direction. At first, they didn't even have an office. Employees worked from couches and kitchen counters. They experimented wildly. A robot that could play Dota 2, a robot butler, random projects hoping something would stick. But behind the scenes, something dangerous was forming. A shared obsession. AGI. Artificial General Intelligence. A machine smarter than humans at almost everything. Some inside OpenAI openly said it would be the last invention humanity ever needed, because once you build something smarter than yourself, you lose control forever. Then, everything changed. In 2017, Google published a research paper called "Attention is All You Need." It introduced a new AI architecture, the Transformer. OpenAI immediately saw what Google didn't. This was the breakthrough. The Transformer could learn from massive amounts of unlabeled data, the internet itself, everything humans had ever written. And OpenAI moved fast. They created GPT, the generative pre-trained transformer. Progress exploded, but so did fear. By the time OpenAI built GPT-2, they panicked. They said the model was too dangerous to release, too powerful. They broke their promise. OpenAI stopped being open. Soon after, Elon Musk walked away. He wanted control. The board refused. And when Elon left, so did his money. OpenAI was running out of cash. That's when they made the decision that changed everything. They became a for-profit company. Microsoft invested billions. The company built to counter big tech became partnered with big tech, and Sam Altman became CEO. In November 2022, OpenAI released ChatGPT. Quietly, no hype, no announcement. Within 2 months, 100 million users, the fastest product adoption in history. AI was no longer science fiction. It was in classrooms, offices, homes, and OpenAI became one of the most powerful companies on Earth. But inside the company, a war was brewing. Safety versus speed, control versus profit. Then came the unthinkable. On November 17, 2023, Sam Altman was fired. No warning, no explanation. Locked out of his computer, the board said they couldn't trust him. The world was stunned. But within hours, something unexpected happened. Employees revolted. Nearly the entire company signed a letter demanding Sam's return. Microsoft stepped in and offered Sam a job. Then, the final twist. Ilya Sutskever, the man who helped fire Sam, switched sides.